Thanks for checking in with Down the Road Show. We're here at the Long Beach Comic-Con 2011. Welcome back to Long Beach Comic-Con. You're watching Down the Road Show, and I am here with the infamous Steve Niles. How you doing, Steve?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, great. I'm loving the costume, by the way.
Thanks.
And
having a lot of fun.
The eyes are wicked. Where'd you get those?
I actually borrowed them from a buddy of mine. His name's Jerry. He did the effects for a film called Creature.
Okay, yeah.
And these are the creature eyes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
it's good to know people.
I know, isn't
That's
it?
cool.
I could never afford these things, so yeah.
Wow. So, vampires, man.
Yeah.
30 days and nights.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
why?
Which why? Which, the original or the one we're doing now?
The one you're doing now. The one, yours.
Monthly? The new monthly one.
Yeah. Why vampires?
Honestly, what got me going on the whole vampire thing was I didn't like the way they were treated. Not many cases of scary vampires. They've been turned into these like lame, romantic, stupid little, they're just not monsters anymore. So
right.
I wanted vampires who were monsters again. And it's just that simple. I just took away that attraction to humans or whatever that romance is, and we've got vampires who want to kill you.
Back to how they should be.
Yeah. Like I don't know many people who are like making out with cows. And that's the way they look at you. My vampires look at humans as cows.
Right.
Yeah. They would never dream of making out with them.
Right.
So
that is the most awesome analogy I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I love that.
There you go.
So how long have you been doing comic art?
Well, I've never done comic art because I just write.
Okay.
I'm a writer, and I've been writing since my first comic was published in 1985.
That was the first one you wrote?
Yes.
1985. Which one was that?
85. Oh, it was a Cal McDonald story, actually, which is the criminal macabre character.
Oh.
I started writing him back in the 80s.
Nice.
So, yeah. So.
Nice. And what do you love about writing characters? I mean, I find it extremely difficult.
I just love it. I've always loved doing it. It's definitely a lonely job. You got to get used to sitting in your, by yourself for 8 hours a day. But I wish I knew what drove me to want to do it. But I really love it. I love, investing my emotions in the character, and then, trying to get other people. I love, trying to get that reaction from other people. So,
do you have one particular project that sticks out? Now that it's all done, you're just like, wow, felt so good to get that done.
Well, it's happened a lot. Some of my favorite ones, actually, recently I finally did a project called Edge of Doom with Kelly Jones, and that was just something I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is sort of a Twilight Zone anthology, but then all the stories tie together. And before that, I did a thing called the Mystery Society, which was my chance to do something that wasn't art. It's just, just this couple who loves each other, and they assemble misfits and go out and, and try to save other misfits. And then the third one I always point out is Freaks of the Heartland that I did with Greg Ruth years ago. That one just, to me, because of Greg, came out just perfect. So I love that one.
And where can people find that?
Freaks of the Heartland should be available from Dark Horse. That's where I do Criminal Macabre there as well. And then, what was the other one I mentioned? Edge of Doom is available from either IDW or me. You can go to my website, steveniles.com.
steveniles.com.
I finally, 46 years old, I finally opened a store on my website. I've been in this, industry for 30 years? So, yeah, I have a store for 2 weeks now.
To be fair, it has gotten easier recently.
It's gotten a little easier, so.
And so how has the change of technology and the internet changed what you do as a business?
Well,
and the way you look things.
It's changed a lot of things because, not only am I doing comics, I'm doing horror comics. So I really have a niche audience. So what it's really enabled me to do is just hit my audience directly. And I've been able to do things like, I might have a book that I can only sell 500 copies of, but I know who those 500 people are, so I can make them, and I don't lose any money.
Right.
So I'm learning. I'm adjusting to it now, and learn. It's great because now we have a lot of ways to get stories out to people.
Right. You got a favorite Comic-Con story or Comic-Con experience?
Oh my God! And
preferably involving Wes Huffer.
Wes Huffer. I don't know what. Good Lord. I think I can't think of one that I can actually say on camera is the problem.
That's all mine are.
Yeah, so no, I don't have any.
Your dog is so cute, by the way.
I know.
I gotta get a shot. So I'm hoping, looking at your dog, I already know the answer to this next question, but I ask everybody the same 3 questions on my show.
Okay.
Because I do a lot of stuff at Comic-Con. So first question, who's your favorite superhero?
Superhero? Batman.
Batman? Oh, dog's wearing a Superman cape. You caught me off on that
Batman had a dog, he just happens to be a white dog, so,
It happens to look like Krypton.
Yeah.
Or Crypto.
And that's his
awesome.
choice,
So Batman. All right, cool. Favorite villain? That's his choice. That's good.
Favorite villain?
That crept in the back of my mind. I didn't even hear that.
I hate to be so typical, but, I'm just such an old-time guy. I love Doc Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
I just love him. He's dedicated his life to chaos and madness. I just love that.
And who's your real life hero? Who inspires you?
Richard Matheson. Richard Matheson's my favorite writer of all time. He's just great. Just a fantastic writer. He's, done everything. Twilight Zone, I Am Legend, The Incredible Shrinking Man. I mean, everywhere. The more you look, the more you realize the stuff he's done. And he's just one of those guys. He's just total inspiration.
Awesome. And your website again?
SteveNiles.com.
All right, so you can check out more from Steve Niles at SteveNiles.com. You can find the link on Down the Road Show. Thanks for checking in with us, and thanks for talking to me, Steve.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure finally meeting you in person, too.
You too.
All right.
Thanks, man. Thanks
Enjoy
so
the
much.
rest of your con.